This isn't a mod-up story. This actually happened. They say things like, "Oh, it's just a story made up to scare little kids." Well, this isn't one of those stories. This is a true story, and at the end, I'll even show you the proof. This is something that happened to a friend of mine. This is an actual monster that lives in our world. The people were scared because they knew that he was out there somewhere. And if you don't believe me, here's the news article about it. And every night they could hear him walking around the city, but they could never see him. She had been stabbed many times, but no one saw the man who walks around the city. Until one day, a man was walking down the street when he saw a pair of feet in front of him. He looked up and saw the man who walks around the city. He was carrying a big knife in his hand and he was smiling. The man screamed and ran as fast as he could. He could hear the man behind him getting closer and closer until suddenly he was right on top of him. The man opened his eyes and saw that he was in a hospital bed. He would walk right by them and they wouldn't even notice. He became known as the man who walks around the city at night. Most people think that all scary stories are fake. A long time ago in a city far, far away, there was a man who was known for being very mean. He would often threaten people and harm them, so they decided to kill him. One day, they lured him into a forest and left him there to die. But he didn't die. Somehow he managed to survive for 2 weeks in the forest without any food or water. And after 2 weeks, he came out of the forest looking the same as he did when he went in. That's when people started to believe he was a monster. People told the police what had happened. But when the cops searched the forest, they couldn't find any trace of him. One day, a young woman was walking home from the store when she heard footsteps behind her. She turned around, but she couldn't see anyone. Then she started to run. She could hear the footsteps getting louder and louder. And then she turned around again and saw the man who walks around the city. He had a big knife in his hand and he was smiling at her. She started screaming and ran as fast as she could. She could hear him getting closer and closer until suddenly he was right behind her. She could feel his hot breath on her neck as he whispered in her ear, "I'm gonna kill you." She closed her eyes and waited for him to stab her, but he never did. When she opened her eyes, she saw that he had vanished. The next morning, the police found her body in the street, and that's exactly where my friend saw the man who walks around the city.